I'm about to reveal a secret the wealthy have used for decades, but it's now being applied to the mortgage industry in a way that could change your life. What if I told you that the single biggest obstacle holding most people back from buying a home, their credit score, is being fundamentally redefined? What if your on-time rent repayments could finally unlock the door to homeownership? Well, for years, the FICO score has been the gatekeeper. If you had a thin credit file, meaning not too many accounts, or a few past mistakes, or your income came from non-traditional sources, that gate was likely slammed shut. You could be paying thousands in rent perfectly on time every month, but in the eyes of the lenders, you were invisible or high risk. The system has perpetuated a cycle where you can afford to pay a mortgage, but you can't get approved for one, and that ends today. In this video, I'm going to break down the monumental shift in mortgage lending that allows lenders to use this new scoring system called the VantageScore 4.0, potentially making millions of previously unscorable Americans eligible for a home loan. I'm going to show you exactly how this new system works in very simple terms and how it's different from FICO and why it's a game changer if you have a score below 700 or limited credit history. Most importantly, I'm going to reveal the credit mastery strategies you can use to leverage this new system, including how to position yourself to not just get approved, but to secure the best possible terms and turn your first real estate purchase into a wealth-building asset and generate you passive income. If you're new to the channel, my name is Colin and I read Rich Dad Poor Dad when I turned 13, and I became obsessed with credit, finance, and investing. I even followed in Robert Kiyosaki's footsteps, and I enlisted in the United States Marine Corps at 18 years old, where I witnessed firsthand exactly what Rich Dad's book said, that they don't teach financial education in school. The Marines to my left and right were defaulting on cars and credit cards, so I got certified in credit repair to fix their credit. Fast forward to today, I run an 8-figure credit repair and funding business, and I make these videos to help you guys fix first, fund second, and invest third in that order. So to start, let's pull back the curtain on the single biggest change in the mortgage industry in the last 20 years so you can understand how to make it work for you, not against you. So you've been told your FICO score is everything. You check it, you stress about it, and you feel trapped by it. But the game has a new player. And if you don't understand the new rules, you're leaving the biggest opportunity of your life on the table. Let's talk about old versus new. FICO versus VantageScore 4.0. Old is FICO. Think of FICO as a strict old school librarian. It only wants to see a long, perfect borrowing history. It requires at least 6 months of credit activity on one account to even generate a score. And it completely ignores your on-time rent, utility, and cell phone payments. It's a rigid system that, while it's predictable, it fails to see the full picture of your financial responsibility. And this is why you can have a great income and pay all of your non-debt bills on time, yet still have a poor credit score. Now, out with the old, in with the new. VantageScore 4.0 is the modern data-driven analyst. As of July 2025, the FHFA officially approved its use for mortgages sold to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which represents over 60% of all mortgages in the United States. This is quite the federal policy shift, guys, and here's how it's changing the rules of the game. Number one, inclusivity. VantageScore can generate a score with just 1 month of credit history, and this is a lifeline for people with thin credit profiles like immigrants or young people. Number two, data sources. VantageScore 4.0 is designed to incorporate trended data and alternative data, including on-time rent, utilities, and phone bills. Your history as a responsible renter can now directly contribute to your ability to buy a home. Number three, forgiveness. It's more forgiving of the past. It places less weight on paid collection accounts and completely ignores medical collections, which often drag down FICO scores due to circumstances beyond your control. So now that you know this new score exists, but how do you actually use this information to your advantage? It's not just automatic, right? You have to be strategic, and let me show you in a few actionable steps. Step number one, let's become scorable. If you have zero credit, open a secured credit card today. As we just learned, you only need 1 month of history for a VantageScore to generate Step number 2, report your rent. Don't assume your landlord is going to report your payments. Most aren't. You got to be proactive. Sign up for a rent reporting service right away. There's many online for a very small fee. They will report your on-time rent payments to the credit bureaus. And this is the single most powerful action you can take to boost your VantageScore today. Step 3, you gotta audit your report for medical debt. Pull your full 3-bureau credit report from all 3 bureaus, identify any medical collections, and under VantageScore 4.0 model, these should have 0 impact on your mortgage readiness score, giving you an instant advantage over your FICO. If you've been dealing with bad credit or lack of business capital for any amount of time, and you just want my team to do it all for you, fix your credit and get you funding, click the link in the pinned comment in the description. We'll offer you a free consult where you can take a look at our services and see if we could help you. Now, with this new system, it's a more lenient system. You might think that you could just sit back and wait for your score to improve. Well, that would be a massive mistake. True credit mastery isn't just about having a good score. It's about building a fundable profile. Your credit profile is your most valuable financial asset, guys. This next point is the difference between getting a basic approval and getting the absolute best interest rate, saving you tens of thousands of dollars. So how do you cultivate this perfect credit garden to thrive in the new environment? Here's how to do it with this 4-step credit repair strategy. Step number 1, you gotta know your starting point. So go ahead, pull your complete credit reports from a service like IdentityIQ for just $1. The link is in the pinned comment in the description. This will show you all 3 bureaus side by side, and this is your map. Highlight every single negative item, no matter how small. Step 2, you gotta hunt for those quick wins. When you find those errors like misspelled names, wrong addresses, incorrect dates, or accounts that you just don't recognize, these are the easiest to dispute and can provide a very quick score boost. Step 3, you got to tackle those big weeds. For late payments, especially if you have a good history otherwise, use a goodwill letter to politely request a courtesy removal. For collections, you can negotiate a pay for deletion agreement where you negotiate to pay 15 to 60% of the original debt in exchange for its complete removal from your report. Make sure you get this in writing. Step 4 is strategic debt reduction. Your credit utilization is 30% of your score. The goal is to get this below 9%. Don't just pay things down randomly. A powerful strategy is to consolidate high-interest credit card debt into an installment loan. This can instantly drop your utilization to 0% and significantly boost your score. It even helps your credit mix. All right, so now your credit is optimized for the new system, but what about the down payment? This is where most people get stuck. But what if you could use the bank's money, OPM, other people's money, to fund your down payment and purchase real estate that pays you every single month? I've been telling my students and clients for years, there's a huge difference between bad debt and good debt. Bad debt is using a credit card for a vacation or clothes or a dinner you can't afford. Good debt is borrowing money to acquire an asset that appreciates and generates cash flow. A home or real estate is the ultimate example of this. Remember, debt is only dangerous when you're working for the debt instead of the debt working for you. Now let's talk about house hacking, the FHA and VA loan hack. These are government-backed loans, and they're designed for this. An FHA loan allows you to buy a property with as little as 3.5% down, and a VA loan allows you to get it for 0% down for veterans. But here's the secret. These loans can be used to purchase not just a single-family home, but you can use it for a duplex, a triplex, or even a fourplex. So imagine you use an FHA loan to buy a $400,000 triplex. Your down payment's only $14,000. You live in one unit and you rent the other 2 units to cover not only your entire mortgage and maybe even pay you a few $100 in your pocket each and every month. This is called house hacking. You are living for free while building equity in an appreciating asset and getting cash flow. This is one of the first steps anybody could take to financial freedom. So now that you see the possibilities with VantageScore 4.0, here's how I'd invest in real estate in just 90 days. And by sharing this, I hope it would spark some ideas on your end too. The first month, the first 30 days, I would just be doing an audit. I'd pull my 3-bureau credit report. I'd sign up for a rent reporting service. I would also send out dispute letters to fix anything on my credit report that I can find. Month number 2 would be the building phase. For the next 30 days, I'd open a new strategic line of credit every week or so, like a secured card or a credit builder loan. And if you have high utilization, I would consolidate all that under a personal loan. Month 3 is the connection. For the last 30 days, I'd start talking to mortgage brokers. I'd specifically ask them if their lenders are using Vantage 4.0 or have plans to. I would find a broker who understands the new rules and specializes in FHA or VA loans, and I would seek to get a multi-unit property. The power of this new scoring system is immense, but it's just the beginning. Once you've secured your first property, the next step is to leverage that asset to build a business credit profile completely separate from your personal credit. So watch this next video, how to get your first 50K in business credit, where I'm going to show you how to use your new property and personal credit strength to build a business credit profile that can unlock zero interest funding for your next investment. Links for credit repair and business funding are in the pinned comment in the description. This is Credit with Colin. I'll see you guys on the next one.